Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a maze of endless tasks and responsibilities? Like there's so much to do and not enough time or energy to go around? We've all been there, but what if I told you that the solution to this problem might be as simple as learning how to say no? The power of no is a concept that has been gaining traction in recent years, and for good reason. When you learn how to say no to things that don't align with your priorities, it can be a game changer in terms of productivity, focus, and overall success. Saying no to others is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation. When you say yes to others, you're essentially setting a boundary around your time and energy. And when you get to the point where you realize that your time and energy are limited, you start to see that saying yes to others is actually saying no to yourself and your own goals. When we say yes to everything, we spread ourselves too thin and end up sacrificing the quality of our work and our ability to meet our own needs. But when we learn how to say no gracefully and respectfully, we free up our time and energy to focus on what really matters. This could be anything from spending more time with family and friends to pursuing a new hobby or starting a business. One of the benefits of saying no is that it forces us to be more intentional with our time and energy. When we turn down an invitation or request, we're consciously choosing to allocate our resources towards something else that we value more highly. This could mean turning down a social event in order to work on an important project, or declining an offer that doesn't feel right in order to make time for Another benefit of saying no is that it helps us to avoid burnout. When we're constantly stretched too thin, we're more likely to experience feelings of exhaustion and overwhelm. But when we learn to set boundaries and say no when we need to, we give ourselves the space we need to recharge and come back to our work feeling refreshed and focused. So how do you say no effectively? The key is to be polite but firm. You don't need to over-explain or make excuses. A simple thank you, but I'm not able to commit to that right now, is often enough. If you feel comfortable, you can also offer an alternative, such as suggesting a different time or person who might be able to help. In conclusion, the power of no is a simple yet powerful tool for creating the life you want. By learning how to say no to things that don't align with your priorities, you can free up your time and energy to focus on what really matters. So, next time you're faced with a decision of whether or not to say yes, remember the power of no and the positive impact it can have on your life.